In the earlier session, we have seen about the rotor protection for alternators, that is by using a sensitive polarized relay for a field ground protection. In today's condition, we will be seeing about in today's class, we will be seeing about the abnormal condition. So, for this abnormal rotor condition, like unbalanced loading, how we are going to give the protection. Okay, first of all, let us see why this unbalanced loading result in a circuit. So, whenever the generator is going to be running in steady state, so I have just written a flow chart to easily understand the concept. Here, when the generator is going to be running in steady state, so first you check it whether the generator is in unbalanced condition or not. So, if it is going to be in the unbalanced condition, then we will see what is the procedure or what are the problems that is occurring, how we are going to rectify it. Right. So, whenever it is going to rotate, it is going to induce a negative sequence component current in your stator winding. So, what is meant by your negative sequence current? I already told you positive sequence current means it is all the phases going to rotate in the same direction, whereas if the phases are going to rotate in the opposite direction, then it is called as your negative sequence current, which results in the heating of the rotor windings. Now, this negative sequence component, when it is going to get induced, okay, it makes your stator armature MMF to rotate at minus ns RPM, because it is going to make it to rotate in the opposite direction. Usually the stator will rotate at synchronous speed in the forward direction. Now, because of which, since the rotor is rotating at a minus synchronous speed minus ns, so it makes your rotor to rotate at ns. In this case, if I am going to find out the relative speed between the stator and the rotor, it is generally ns minus n. Whereas here, that is in an induction machine, whereas here it is the stator minus the rotor. So, it is nothing but your ns minus your ns. So, you will get ns minus of minus ns. So, you will get the relative speed which is going to exist between the stator and the rotor because of this negative sequence current is 2 ns. Okay. So, if at all unbalanced loading occurs, it results in the negative sequence component, because of which the rotor stator armature MMF swings at minus ns, as a result of which the field winding will rotate at ns, so relative speed will become twice ns. What will happen? So, this will induce a double frequency rotor frequency current in the rotor core and the winding. You know the general formula, n is 120 f by p. So, f is equal to 2 into n is p by 120. So, when this double frequency currents are going to introduce, what is going to happen? Two losses are going to peep in, that is your eddy current loss and your hysteresis loss. We all know that the eddy current loss, it is proportional to the f square B max square, whereas your hysteresis loss depends upon f into B max of n, where n varies from 1.6 to 2 depending upon the core material. Because of these losses, it is going to create the additional heat which is going to be generated in the circuit. So, this heat is given by I square RT, we are equating it to a constant, or in general I square T is equal to K. What is this K now? K is nothing but the small k by R. Or else generally I can write the time current characteristics of this as T is less than or equal to K by I2 square. So, what is the inference from the general whatever the conclusion? So, it is just this characteristics is just similar to your inverse over current relay. If the current magnitude is more, the relay will operate at a faster thing. But here, what was the problem identified in unbalanced loading? It is your negative sequence current which is going to induce a double frequency current in your between your stator and the rotor. So, now what we are going to have, now this part gives the protection mechanism for protecting against your unbalanced loading. What you have to do? The main drawback is your negative sequence current, that you have to filter it, and this characteristics as a operating characteristic similar to your overcurrent relay. Now, what you have to do? Two things you have to do. You have to remove the negative sequence current, and this whatever the current characteristics which is obtained, that which relay can operate, that relay you have to put so that it can trip the circuit whenever a unbalanced loading occurs. So, the stator current is fed to a negative sequence filter, so it picks out the negative sequence current alone. The first part is over. So whatever is the unwanted thing, that is getting removed. Then when this unwanted thing is removed, immediately it has to be checked by the relay for its trip condition. Now for this, since this characteristics lies with the overcurrent relay with the inverse operating condition, so the relay operating characteristics will be proportional to K by I2 square. Okay, you are going to remove only two things. You are going to do, you are going to remove the unwanted components, that is your negative sequence component. Now what you are going to do, you are going to pass it through a relay whose characteristics lies close to the existing characteristics. This is nothing but similar to a overcurrent inverse relay. So whenever I am going to put that relay, immediately whenever the signal is trapped off, immediately this relay will act and trip the circuit so as to avoid any further damage. So with this, I conclude today's session. In the next session, we will be seeing about the loss of excitation in your rotor protection. Thank you.